Hello, it's the 1st of September 2023 and it's time for our monthly video update. As is my practice, I usually take 4 cards to guide us through the month ahead. I can't believe it's September. I say this, don't I? Every month I say this, I can't believe it's, whatever it is. We're heading towards autumn, aren't we? And but we're not there yet. We've got a little bit of summer still to go. Got to make the most of it. So, what cards have I got for you this month? Well, our overarching energy this month is the 4 of Cups. Quite a quiet card, the 4 of Cups. Now it's interesting because last month our overarching energy was the Ace of Pentacles, and that is all about new opportunities and seeds of new possibilities for new enriching life experiences. So what happened to that? We're in the 4 of Cups. Now the 4 of Cups is a very disengaged energy. It's where things have sort of plateaued off a bit emotionally and we're just feeling a bit whatever. So I wonder what went on. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is a very slow card. It's the slowest of all the Pentacle cards. It's a seed, and there's no guarantees with it. You have to nurture it. You have to make it happen if you're going to bring that seed to life. So the 4 of Cups tells us that our feeling of being disengaged and not particularly, not like desperately unhappy, but just a bit blah, that feeling could be because we haven't been able to bring those opportunities to life as quickly maybe as we'd like. I'm just surmising here. Whatever it is though, it does tell us that we need to pay attention, because there's always the message in the 4 of Cups that there are opportunities we're not seeing. Maybe that's tracking back to the opportunities we were told about last month. We're just not engaging with them. We're so busy feeling like a bit flat and a bit, I don't know whether lost is the right word, but it's certainly a very contemplative, quiet energy. Disengaged is definitely part of it. So whatever this is going on this month, it's going to be really important to take notice of how you're feeling. We're in the Suit of Cups, so it's all about feeling and intuition. So what is your intuition telling you? Your intuition is telling you that in some way you're not engaged, or you're not receiving the information about potential opportunities that maybe you could do. Okay, that's interesting. So what are we being asked to embrace this month? Well, we've got the 7 of Cups. Now that's an interesting card to be asked to embrace. Again, another Cups card, more feeling. But the 7 is where we have no realistic plan emotionally. We're a bit off with the fairies. So we're being asked to embrace it though. So when we're being asked to embrace a card, we're looking at its ideal. We're looking at its most positive significance. So I think we're being asked to do a bit of blue sky thinking. Now, often when we're looking at the 7 of Cups, we're being asked to ground our vision. We're being asked to make sure that what we want is grounded in reality and we're not off with the fairies going into la la land, right? But here, we're being asked to go into La La Land. We're being asked to look at our fantasy. Now, I don't know what your fantasy is in life. If you could wave a magic wand, what would you make happen? Now, what I'm looking for here is not I want to lay on a beach and drink tequila. Well, you know, that would be fine, maybe. But it's not a life choice, is it? What would you actually commit to? What would make you happy? So when you go off into that realm of fantasy of the 7 of Cups, there are all kinds of choices in there. There's a myriad of choices. Often I could do that, I could do that, or I could do that, or I could do that. We don't really know. So it's really good to start playing the game. Let's play the dream game. What would the dream be? would you actually want to live that dream? Could that dream really be something that would make you happy? Could you commit to it? Oh, now we're on dangerous territory. Could you commit to the dream, or are you just happier leaving it as a dream? Either way, we have to start working what's going to make us happy, because the Four of Cups is definitely not happy. It's not like really miserable and in trauma. It's just a bit like blah. And it's an unenthusiastic card, isn't it? Look at it. If the world's having a party, this guy is very definitely not joining in. So this is asking you to start thinking about what would make you happy. Go off into a daydream. Don't think about the realities of it. Just literally play the game. Because if you can't dare to dream, you can't find something new. Okay? So what is going to challenge that? What's going to block it? The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is interesting, isn't she? Because she is the tough love queen. She's the get real queen. She's the one who finds a problem for every solution. And she's a very valuable asset in certain circumstances. She's a strategist. She basically tells you to get down and do the gritty hard yards. Stop your whinging. Get on with it. Now, as I say, that can be very valuable, but not in this case. Because gritty realism is not what we need here. Maybe gritty realism is the problem, right? The Queen of Swords does not approve of the Seven of Cups. She doesn't approve of all of that, well, fluffy bunny dream stuff. Oh, stop it. Get down to it. Just do the stuff. Do the day-to-day. That's not what we want to do. That's going to block that energy. So it's really important that we don't focus on the get real message. I made a decision myself years ago that if anybody said the words get real to me in my life, I would do the polar opposite. And I've lived by that, and actually it's worked out pretty well. So, okay, what is the message from Spirit for us this month? The Ten of Cups. Now, it's interesting, if we compare that to last month's message from Spirit, which was the Page of Cups, we can see a massive jump in energy there, can't we? So the Page of Cups is all about us learning about our happiness, learning about our connection to Spirit, learning about our intuition. Basically, becoming a student of what's inside us. The Ten of Cups is all the way to the other end. The Ten of Cups is connected happiness. It's what we all want. It fuels everything we do. There's almost nothing you can't put up with or do if you feel loved and connected. Feeling loved and connected is at the ground rock of all human aspiration. We do things to make us happy. Pretty much. We want to be happy. We want to be rich as well, right? But we want to be happy at the ground of that. We want to be rich because we think it will make us happy. So the Ten of Cups is that happiness. The Ten of Cups is that ideal. And so again, what we're being asked to do is to think about what makes us happy. How could you find that happiness? And if it's not there, why? Maybe now's the time to get real. What if you could dream up a solution for what would be your end of the rainbow version of life? What would it be? And then you can start thinking about how to make it happy. But looking for the happiness in life now, looking for ways to be happy now, that's actually pretty important. Yes, we can look at the long game. Yes, we can look at all of that. We can look at the fantasy version. We can, but we do have to find happiness now. So that when we find happiness now, it's actually much easier to build happiness later. Because if we're feeling disengaged and we're feeling flat emotionally. It's very, very difficult for us to engage with opportunities that are going to enrich our life moving forward. Interesting stuff. An interesting reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I love seeing what comes up. I take the first 4 cards that come up, and that's what we read with. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if this resonates with you and has some, has some use in your life. I love hearing your comments. And of course, do like and subscribe. I put out a video every week from now on. There'll be another In Conversation With video next week. I'm talking to another energy worker, a healer, somebody else who works in sound, a person who has a special resonance for me. And I'm very interested to introduce you to him. He's a fascinating character. But in the meantime, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you, I guess, next week. Bye-bye.